On, I'm alive. I'm alive again. Hey. Wait, give me just 1 second to put my timer on. And here we go. Hi everyone, this is Chris here of FoolzEvolution, and this is the 5th episode of the 5-minute Excuse Destroyer series. And the excuse that I'm going to talk to you about today is very common, and it's actually one of those very few excuses that I know that actually sometimes is valid. And what I mean is that I'm too old for that excuse. I'm just too old. I'm just too old to start skateboarding. Oh, well, that's a lie, but I did it before. But if you're like 45 or 50 or 60 or 70, maybe you shouldn't start skateboarding. It's probably not good for your health. And so actually at some points, this is actually a valid excuse. However, in most other circumstances, it isn't. Wait, there's one more. If you wanted to be a professional sports guy or sports girl, you might actually be too old for that. If you've never done any sport and now you're in your mid-20s or your mid-30s, maybe even you're already in your mid-teens, and then you decide to become a professional at surfing, skateboarding, Olympic weightlifting, or whatever is your fancy. Might also try to become a classical pianist or something like that. It's probably too late. And the reason why it's too late for this kind of stuff is that these people that are in the top 1%, or maybe it's even like a smaller percentage, I'm not sure about this, I'm completely making this up, but I'm pretty convinced about it. These people are actually working for years and years and years, and every day of their life for hours and hours and hours to get these tiny extra percent, like this 0.0.001% extra better at something. And there's actually these accumulated like 0.001 percentages that they accumulated over the years that made them get into the 1%. So, but that does not mean that you couldn't actually get to like 90% of that skill level. Because it's way easier to get to 80% or even like 90% at any skill than to get to the top 1%. Like most skills, apart maybe from writing, I'm pretty sure I will never ever get into the top 1%. The only exception probably being like starting something that is so obnoxious and so rare that nobody ever does it. It's like being the first to do something that could actually get you into the top 1%. Everything else probably won't, but that mustn't be. If you are just having no passions in your life, you're not doing anything just for yourself, just for fun, then you could take up anything and you're not going to be too old for that. Quick little story. My grandma, when she was 68, sadly my grandpa died, and she didn't have anything to do. So what did she do? She started to play the piano again. And of course I believe she had held classical piano training when she was a child, and so she probably could read sheet music still. But she went at it, and a couple of years later I saw her play in this fancy place for old people to slowly wither away, but actually like a very, very good place for old people, and she played a Steinway piano for like, I don't know, 300, 400 people, playing classical etudes of Bach and Beethoven and like nailing it. And she learned that, most of that, from an age on of 68. Because if you just accumulate the years and if you're diligent in your practice, you're going to get very, 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 very good. So if you have never sung and everybody told you that you have a shitty voice and you can't sing and you shouldn't even try, well, I think that's a good dare for you. You should actually do it. Get yourself a good coach and start to practice. And even if you just practice like 3 times a week for a couple of years, like 3-4 years, you're going to be a pretty good singer. Not amazing, not fantastic, not in the top 1%. You're actually going to be very good. You can actually also get your black belt and whatever martial arts you want, it's going to take like 3, 4, maybe 5 years if you practice diligently. But you don't even have to practice like every day, although probably at some point you're going to want to do so. But it's just that this 3 times a week and diligently, like with a objective to improve yourself, you're going to get very, very good. You're going to get into the top 10%. If you're persistent, you're never too old for that. That's my message to you. I hope you're going to take something up that's cool, that's fun, that excites you, and that makes you want to get better at. And that's that. You're not too old for that. Be foolicious. Start now. And as always, if you like this video, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts about this, and check out my blog. And that's it. See you around. 5 minutes.